Linda had been married to Mark for 20 years. They were both 45 when Mark started going on frequent business trips, and his things began quietly disappearing from the house. Suspicious, Linda did some digging. She discovered Mark was having an affair with a nurse from the hospital where he'd had surgery the year before. In his phone were romantic messages between the two, including Rebecca, the nurse, begging him to move in with her for good. They had 2 teenage kids nearing graduation. Linda made good money. The family owned 2 apartments, a summer home, and 2 cars. Realistically, they would survive just fine without Mark. But Linda wasn't going to give up without a fight. She copied Rebecca's number from Mark's phone and sent this message. "Rebecca, if you want my husband, take him. But have the decency to do it openly and with respect. Don't sneak around like thieves in the night. Let him fairly divide our assets and be yours. But understand this, divorcing me will destroy him. You know this better than I do. He's not a young man. His blood pressure is high. He's often sick. You're a nurse. You understand the toll stress takes. If he leaves our family and faces the heartbreak of losing his sons, he won't survive it. One conversation with our boys, and he'll be back in your hospital bed as a patient. If that's what you want, to bury the man you say you love, then go ahead. But don't you dare call that love. So make your decision. Quickly. Stop dragging things out like mice sneaking crumbs in the dark. With no respect, still legally his wife, Linda." As Linda had hoped, the mistress made a mistake. Rebecca showed Mark the message, and just as expected, the shame hit him like a truck. His blood pressure spiked, and he was rushed to the hospital. When he was discharged, he didn't go to Rebecca. He came home. To Linda, with apologies. Humbled and broken, they eventually visited a counselor. Together. Today they're still married and surprisingly happy. Their kids never found out, and that, honestly, is the best part. What's the morale? This story follows a pattern I've seen time and again. When a cheating husband ends up in the hospital while with his mistress, he often returns home. The ones who don't? Many of them end up 6 feet under. Because leaving your wife and kids, despite all the fantasies, is actually painful as hell. Cheating husbands nearly always underestimate how emotionally devastating divorce really is. They overestimate their self-control. Their guilt, shame, and fear eventually eat them alive. So what happens next? The hospital becomes a kind of reprogramming station. A behavioral reboot center where regretful men face the consequences of their actions. It gives them the space and excuse to reset. Some even fake heart attacks. Why? Their wives might forgive them out of pity. Their mistresses might rethink wanting a sick, depressed, married man. They can justify everything to themselves. I wasn't in my right mind. So, what should smart wives do? If you want your cheating husband back, visit him in the hospital, especially if he's there while staying with his mistress. Pretend not to see through his act. Let him return, like nothing happened, and protect your family with quiet grace. A little cleverness, for the sake of your children and marriage, can go a long way.